Hello, my name is Benjamin Hart. I'm an American attorney and the managing director of Integrity Legal here in Bangkok, Thailand. You know, I haven't really wanted to discuss, sort of stray over into the arena of political philosophy. I prefer to keep this on point regarding legal news primarily, but we are with cannabis, and I've been following this for a long time, going all the way back to when Prayut used Section 44 power with regard to cannabis to kind of kick this whole thing off. And so I'm going to bleed over a little bit into that in this video, but again, in a limited way, because again, we may see changes arising from the political sphere that may have an impact on legality. Let's put it that way. In any event, I thought of making this video after reading a recent article from the Thai Examiner, thaiexaminer.com. Article is titled, "Condemnation of Previous Pot Policy from Medical Experts as Thailand's Pot Shops Are Set to Close." Quoting directly, questions asked of the previous government and Deputy Prime Minister Anutin over the chaotic liberalization that came into force in June 2022 without a law. I really love the verbiage, chaotic liberalization. How about just freedom? How about it was just legalized and we're free people and we're adults and we can do things for ourselves, and then came into force without a law. Ooh, you know, I mean, what do we need, a nanny state for every little thing? Quoting further, at that time, Mr. Anutin famously warned people that they would have to change their attitude towards the drug. Well, it's not a drug. It's a controlled herb, and that's what it should be called, frankly. It's not a narcotic. You know, I'm really tired of this conflation of terms regarding this particular product. It's not a narcotic. It's not a drug. It's a controlled herb. It has certain effects on people, yes, depending on the type of controlled herb that it is, but it is not a drug, and it is not a narcotic, and it's really kind of silly to classify it as such. Quoting further, notwithstanding this, Mr. Anutin's Boomjai Thai Party saw cannabis liberalization as a vote winner. It certainly was not. I'll get to that in a minute. Quoting further, the party only polled something like 3% of the popular vote in the 2023 general election. Despite this, however, they returned with substantially more seats due to the constituency dynamics. Yeah, I love this verbiage for one thing. It's like when Trump won the first election, they said, well, I think even Hillary Clinton herself said it wasn't questioned the legitimacy of it. No, he just played the game the way the game was played and won the votes thereby, won his place accordingly under that scenario. Seems like that's a similar thing to what happened the last time around when they're talking about this whole constituency dynamics. They knew how to play the game. That was how the game was played at that moment, and they played it that way, and they profited thereby. Now, that being said, this whole notion that this vote winner thing, people are reading this way wrong, okay? Look, I do have an undergrad degree in poli-sci. I do political science. I do rather enjoy analysis of political events, political philosophy. Okay, cannabis might not have been the vote winner they thought it was, and that was perhaps due to one of the fundamental rules in politics, which is people never vote who they want in. They vote out who they don't want. So my question posed in this video is, okay, perhaps, Boomjai Thai, for example, did not win a great deal of support electorally as a result of the legalization, because people don't actually vote for people that give them the things that they want. That's not actually the way politics works. But here's the question posed. If you criminalize it and you take it away from the people who have come to detrimentally rely on the system as it has been these last couple of years, what are the vote tallies going to look like next time around when those folks are heading to the polls and they're looking to vote for somebody who, A, took care of their interests, and B, didn't subvert their interests? Again, people vote people out. They don't tend to vote people in. That's the question posed in this video, is what would happen in the event of criminalization? Politically, where does that put you at the next poll? Because I can tell you the people that helped to legalize this, if it's recriminalized, that's going to be their campaign slogan. They're going to be talking about that all the doo-dah day. And all the people that, again, were negatively impacted by a quote-unquote U-turn in policy, which is, again, the media has used a lot of verbiage with regard to this that's really nonsensical. But never mind, what happens? Do you think those people are not going to show up to the polls?